Full time from the Allianz Arena in the opener of Euro 2024. Germany 5, Scotland 1. Oh. Oh my god. Honestly, right? Yeah, let's get straight into it. My thoughts. What the hell was that from Scotland, by the way? I mean, in all honesty, I had serious doubts of going from Germany going into the tournament because I just generally did not think they'd perform well enough. But I still, to be fair though, they can still maybe have them doubts. But like I said, but today they were just first class. They were just class, and they deserved the victory. In all honesty, but probably the most one-sided game I've ever seen in the Euros, in the opening game. Because if you look at it, obviously I did the full-set reaction from the opening game in the last tournament. In the first half of that game, Turkey, to be fair, they weren't even that bad. But Italy just proved they were too strong. But today, to be fair, it didn't help that Scotland were down to 10 men. And in all honesty, I think many people think Germany would expect it to win with home advantage and everything, but that certainly did not. That certainly played a role today, having home advantage. As obviously Scotland going down to 10 men as well during the game. It's a bit disappointing, but it's a bit disappointing, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a concern. It's a bit of a concern for Steve Clarke and co. But to be honest with you, when I seen the team news, right, they should have started Lawrence Shankland, the top scorer, obviously, in the Scottish Premiership with Hearts this season. Simply, he has been Scottish football's probably their best player all season, and probably should have won the Player of the Year. No, I think he did win Player of the Year, and he deservedly so, with being the league's top scorer. But mate, losing the ball every minute with no striker. I think and to be fair, Scotland now, what did it do now with Ryan Porteous banned for 3 games? And pretty much that means that potentially could mean Scotland's next 2 group games and maybe a knockout stage game if obviously Scotland somehow miraculously still get into the knockout stages, which I think now they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go home now, Scotland. I think the thing is though, I think as well, if Scotland somehow get a draw and a win in the next 2 games, right? But still if they still go through with a negative goal difference, like -3 or -4 or something like that, right? Then that would be a miracle and a half, by the way, for Scottish football. Yeah. But Germany. But the thing is, though, like I said before, for Germany, it would be so typical for Germany now to go and lose to Hungary on Wednesday. It'd be so typical because Hungary, I've said it numerous times, I genuinely think they'll be my dark horse. I think they can go far this tournament, Hungary, I think. Because I think they can now perform. So obviously, you've seen it in the last Euros. They were in the group of death, along with Germany, but with France and Portugal. And I mean, they nearly knocked Germany out in the last tournament, at the Allianz Arena as well, by the way. And what's weird Munich gets to host back-to-back tournaments for the first time ever, because if you all remember, obviously, Euro 2020 was obviously spread around 12, should have been around 12 different countries. That's if you would have included Dublin, that is, if they didn't, obviously, if COVID didn't mess everything up, and obviously they had to be removed as a host entirely. All the games were stripped to St. Petersburg, obviously. But to be fair, Ireland, thankfully for the Irish fans, they didn't qualify. they didn't qualify. Otherwise, they would have had home advantage lost, and they would have had to travel down over to St. Petersburg and everything. But yeah, obviously Munich obviously hosted all 3 of Germany's group games, and obviously the Belgium-Italy quarterfinal as well. But yeah, I do think that. I think if Germany beat Hungary, then I think they can go far. But the thing is, though, I still have doubts of Germany, because like I just think like the thing is though, like, well, don't get me wrong, Germany, they are a big nation, to be fair, in football. They are. And they should be up there as favourites every year for a tournament. And the squad is getting younger as well. And obviously, Jamal Musiala, by the way, he is an absolute player and a half, by the way. What a talent he is. Nicholas Füllkrug, who scored an absolute thunderbolt. Florian Wirtz, obviously a Bundesliga title winner with Leverkusen. Toni Kroos, he is such a player. But for Scotland, it's a disappointing night for the Tartan Army. Speaking about the fans, by the way, Scotland fans are absolutely unbelievable, by the way. If you've not seen videos last night and obviously tonight of the fans and the fans in Munich. Not tonight. Earlier today, when they were in the fan park, so nearby the where Munich's fan park is, where the fan park is in Munich, is literally right by where the old Olympic Stadium is, because obviously that's where obviously Bayern Munich obviously used to play the games, in the Olympic Stadium in Munich, not the stadium, not the Berlin version. Obviously that will be hosting the final, of course. But yeah, I do think Scotland, they need to bounce back quickly, get back to the training base, and then recover. But yeah, I'm fuming for Scotland, because like the thing is, I thought Scotland could have gave them a bit of a closer game, but home advantage does play a part. Unlike if you're England, by the way. Even with bottle tournament, even with home advantage. Christ almighty. But obviously, but I'll get onto a bit of that as well later. After my man of the match. But yeah, my man of the match of today's game, I'm gonna give it to Musiala, because I think he was an absolute unit. By the way, on his attack, his feet, the skills. Wow, honestly, like, to be fair, Germany's attack was absolutely criminal today for Scotland's defence. Like, it is mental how they're all back on form and they're actually gelling together. And Julian Nagelsmann has done really well for himself, to be fair. Steve Clarke, what a clown. But as much as I absolutely adore the guy, by the way, considering what he's done for Scotland, getting them into back-to-back Euros, and the Scotland fans can actually now dream of being in major tournaments again. Unlike since France '98, they couldn't even qualify for one tournament. It's mental. But yeah, I know I'm wearing the Scotland shirt, but I want to talk about the Sunday, because obviously England, I am really not confident at all for Sunday. I'm really not confident for Sunday, to be honest with you. But if I had to give a quick prediction for Sunday, it's going to be either a 1-0 England or a 2-1 England. Because the thing is, though, I know how good Serbia are on the break, on the counter, that is. But I think we'll pull through. But our defence, though, we need a big performance from our defence. But yeah, but come back to this game. If Scotland played that they did today against Switzerland, then they're gone. They're gone. I can't see them going through. But if they win, I think even if they beat Switzerland and lose to Hungary, I think they could still even be bottom anyway. bottom anyway, because I think like Germany, Switzerland, and Hungary will probably all get top 3 anyway, and probably all will qualify anyway from the group. But you never know. Eh? You never know with Scotland. They can somehow pull it out of the bag miraculously. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash like, subscribe, get notifications on, and get ready for a treble header tomorrow. Hungary, Switzerland, Spain, Croatia, and Italy versus Albania. And then obviously Sunday, that does include Serbia, England, and the other game in our group, Slovenia, Denmark, and Poland versus Holland. So yeah, thank you for watching this video here, and love, peace, and techers.